Greetings, YouTube. Florida has already begun the process of suppressing votes. Yay, Florida! This worked out so well during the Bush-Gore election for the Republicans. They suppressed votes all over the place, and hey, Bush won. So, Governor Rick Scott has a list of 180,000 Florida citizens that he once questioned. They have to prove that they are citizens. If they can't prove they're citizens, they shall be expunged from the voter registration. The first lot has already gone out, and one of the people on that lot is a World War II veteran. He was a citizen and served our country and helped defeat the bad guys, and yet his votes they're attempting to suppress. Why is that? I wonder. Now, I know that there are going to be conservative pundits that come and comment about this and tell me that these kinds of laws, voter ID, voter suppression laws like this, expunging people who are non-citizens and such, is all about transparency and making sure that democracy works. But it isn't. Those are lies. This is about disenfranchising voters. This is about suppressing votes. Because if he can get, of that 180,000 people, if he can get just 10% of the people on that list who can vote to not vote because he gets them kicked off the list through error, or they can't get their paperwork back within 30 days in time, or because they are disenfranchised, they consider this something too many hurdles to overcome to get to the voting process, he will help his state go Republican. That's what happened in 2000. Okay? That's what happened. They suppressed a bunch of votes because they said there were a whole bunch of people on their rolls that were felons. But in the process of getting them off the rolls, they also grabbed a whole bunch of people who were legitimate voters, non-felons, and took their names off the voting roll, making Florida tip even further towards the Republican Party. So none of these laws, none of these actions are about transparency or being lawful. They're about disenfranchising people and suppressing the vote. Now, we actually have laws in the United States to say that within 90 days of an election, you can't do this for this reason. And so there are people who are suing Florida over this issue because they said, you're trying to do this within that 90-day time period, and we know what you're trying to do, and we want you to stop. And there are judges already involved in this process. I hope they get some action. I hope that they could stop this entire process dead in its tracks, because this is an attempt by conservatives to suppress votes or disenfranchise voters. And you know why? Because every single Democrat that they can get knocked off those off the voting rolls is a win for the Republicans. It's that simple. This is nothing but dirty politics. It doesn't get any dirtier than this. Flat out. This is someone trying to undermine the democratic process in America. And it sickens me. And it should not come as any surprise to me that conservative politicians are the ones doing it. Yes, if we're going to say, well, you're labeling people. Yes, I am. If you ally yourself with people who are trying to alienate fellow Americans, to try to convince them not to vote or get them bumped off the registers so they can't vote, yes, I am. And I can't apologize for it. This is disgusting. It's un-American. Literally un-American. This is not what the democratic process is supposed to be, folks. And I hope that this entire effort fails miserably. And I'm afraid it's not going to. So I do have one question. Right now, anyone watching this video, could you prove you're a U.S. citizen? You don't get to use your license because these people are on the driver's license lists. So you can't use your license. Right now, could you prove that you are a U.S. citizen? I'd be intrigued to know.